All right, another one, another little class preview here. Just early times. So I did actually play Shadowstrix here a little bit. I did maybe 2-3 games and end up getting to level 5. So we'll have a little bit more available here, but I'm gonna do it similar to my other ones, and we're just kind of gonna go over the basic stuff to start here. So we'll jump into a game. So with the Shadowstrix, their kind of deal is that they have 2 weapons to start, right? So you got your dagger and you got your dual swords. We'll kind of go over all the abilities first, just because there's a fair amount here. Dagger is the simplest one and feels a bit more utility based. But you have stealth, so your right click right now is, you could change that to a different button, which I probably will once I actually get control binds in this game. But yeah, for now you got your sneak, which is you crush a crow feather dust to enter stealth for a period. Again, they don't really say the actual times, but yeah, basically you get a stealth. With the next one, we got poison crow mark. Throw a poison crow mark toward the target, dealing physical damage to enemies on hit, consuming their energy. So again, the yellow bar at the bottom is your energy. That's how you do your attacks, how you do your moves, your dodges, all that stuff. So this kind of drains that from. I don't know if that's like an over time thing or if it's just like a chunk of their energy that I'm not 100% sure on, but next you got flash stride, dash forward a certain distance, dealing physical damage to enemies in the path. So we'll look at the dagger stuff first. But yeah, you got your stealth. You do a little crush thing there and you go into stealth. Pretty simple stuff, and pretty much anything will break that stealth. I assume if somebody hits you while you're stealth, it'll break it as well. And then you got your dagger throw, which you can kind of hold. I guess it's not really a dagger. You're actually throwing a feather. A little bit harder to aim than some of the other ones. The other ones usually have like a dot at the end of the reticle there. There you go. That consumes some stamina. You'll see some buffs pop up along the bottom there. That's just from some of my talents. So yeah, that's basically that. And then we got our E, which is just a little dash forward like that. You can kind of get behind him and stuff. Fairly long cooldown, but yeah, that's basically it with the dagger for now. Again, there's going to be unlocks, which we'll go over shortly. First person playing rogue. Finally, am I the first one? I'm actually just kind of doing a little showcase video of it right now. All right, we'll look at dual blades now. So we got pursuit strike. Use the right mouse button to perform a heavy strike combo. Basic skill, blood shadow thrust. Dash forward and deal physical damage without impact. This skill can be used in the air and can be charged multiple times. I believe it's 3. And then we have Crow Storm, which is throw a black crow towards the target area, unleashing a crow storm upon arrival. During Crow Storm, enemies continuously take physical damage and lose energy. We'll come back to these in a sec. So yeah, you got your right click, which is basically just a little jump sweep attack. And then we've got our Q, which, yeah, it's 3 charges. Just kind of does the same thing. It's not as much forward momentum as I'd like out of it, but you can kind of just spam that. And then we've got our Crow Storm, which you can actually kind of aim and just throw at their feet. And it's a fairly decent sized radius, but it will hit the enemy over and over again as long as they're in it. I did find some issues playing as rogue where I was like, it was hard to get this around because you can't move while you're aiming it. My teammates would get in the way a little bit and it'd be hard. I'd hit the back of my teammate's head or something, and then those crows would be way back there not hitting my targets. So you do have to be careful of that, as that's one of your only real like range type abilities. Everything else you got to get in and actually do damage, and then obviously it doesn't hurt you and doesn't hurt your teammates. So the other things here, you've got some derivative skills, basically little combos off of your off of your attacks with the dual blades. So after a left click, light strike, press the right mouse button to move backward, then dash forward to deal physical damage. Hold the right mouse button to perform one stage charging. First charge slightly increases damage multiplier and dash distance. So you can left click and then right click and you'll jump back and then dash forward. Or you can, I'll go on him, he's a little bit more healthy. Or, ow. Or you can hold it and you charge up. You saw the little like whatever explosion, and that's when you're at full, and you're going to be draining your energy the whole time. And then I guess you get a bit of a longer dash range, which hard to tell in close quarters like this. So that's that. And then we've got the Bloody Blade Dance. Hold the left and right mouse buttons to continuously guide a frenzy to attack forward and deal physical damage. So obviously it's going to drain your stamina while you're doing it, and you can get knocked out of it, but you're basically doing that. Okay, I'm going to go over here. Does he swing at me too? Oh, this guy's nicer. He just lets me do my thing. So that's basically it. I don't know what they mean about guiding. I mean, I guess you can't really aim it. I don't know what they mean by guiding. You can't move during any of that. You just swing. You just swing like crazy. That's basically it for your basic attacks. But there's no like real forward momentum on it or anything like that. Ooh. It is fairly energy intensive. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. It just doesn't feel very mobile. And like a lot of this class, just, I don't know. I haven't played the other classes in like an actual dungeon yet, so I can't say for sure, but something about this class just didn't feel as useful as I'd like it to feel. I just felt like I was struggling to contribute a lot of times, especially against the PvE, because a lot of it was hitting like crazy and just staggering me at all my moves. But yeah, that's a basic look there. So we'll jump into the skills here. So you're gonna have different unlocks. They've done this menu a little bit differently than the other characters. The other characters are kind of like all in one thing, but it's fine. So we'll look at dagger first. So we do have some other options here that one you can actually switch to right away. Or is that because I leveled up a bit? Might be because I leveled up. So we have the Shadow Wheel Slash. So a 3-stage attack technique that can be used 3 times, dealing physical damage. After each stage of Shadow Wheel Slash, a new light strike can be initiated. There is a limited time window for combo between each stage of Shadow Wheel Slash. When the time runs out, Shadow Wheel Slash enters cooldown. It's a lot of words. Can I put it on my right click? Oh no, I guess I am stuck with right click being stealth, which not my favorite. I do want to try this out because that's a lot of words. Oops. And I have it, so we might as well try it out. Let's have a little look again here. 3-stage attack technique that can be used 3 times, dealing physical damage. After each stage, a new light strike can be initiated. There is a time window for combo between each stage of the Shadow Wheel Slash. The time runs out, it enters cooldown. So I don't know if it's like a state you go into. Oh, I see. I don't see yet. Hold on. Hold on. That's it there. Oh, okay. I kind of see. So I thought you could sneak in light attacks. I guess you can. So I think as long as you do it before that timer runs out, you're good. These things are dying a little too fast. Maybe I'll go fight the big guy. I'll probably get my ass beat, but that's okay. Let's see here. Oh, I didn't do it in time. Oh god. I really need control rebinding in this game so badly. So yeah, I guess as long as you do the attacks within those time limits, you're good. Oh, my stamina. Oh boy. Oh man. I sure hope there's a talent to make your dodge not use up as much energy. Oh god. Oh god. I'm fat fingering like crazy. What? Uh-oh. Anyway, we've tested that out enough. That's good enough for now. All right, let's jump back out here. All right, so that is that. We'll move on to smoke bomb. Throw a smoke bomb at your feet, obstructing the vision of all targets in the area and reducing enemy movement speed. Man, they love their reducing enemy movement speed. There's so much movement speed reduction. Gain increased vision range compared to enemies while in the smoke. All right. Crow storm. Wait, don't we already have that? Wait. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. So these three right here are your dagger abilities. This one can be either dagger or dual blades, and you can choose where you put it. And then these four are all dual blades. Okay. So yeah, we've already seen Crow Storm. This is the one we already have. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the flurry stuff. That's the blood blade dance. Okay. So yeah, we've seen that one. We haven't seen this one yet. Spinning slash. Spin and dash forward with a powerful strike, dealing physical damage. Okay, pretty simple. I like it just because of the dash forward. Always a big fan of like gap closing, especially with a character where you kind of need to be doing the physical damage stuff, the melee damage. Phantom shift. Press and hold to aim and select the landing spot, then teleport to the chosen location after aiming. Kind of nice too. Again, another kind of gap close, but also a pretty good escape, I would think. It looks like it's got an okay range. So if you kind of need to dash like through a doorway to get to cover or something like that. I'm wondering if that'll work on elevation as well, if you can get up to certain platforms and stuff. That's basically it for the abilities there. It's not like super extensive as it is some of the other classes. But yeah, we'll move on to talents. So starting off here with dagger sneak enhancement. Swift sneak. When performing light strikes with a dagger equipped, use sneak to quickly enter the stealth state. Yeah, so I assume you just like, you can do it quicker than normal. Here he's got to hold the feather and crush it or whatever. I imagine it's just a lot quicker. Frequency shift. Reduce the stealth duration when casting sneak, but the base cooldown of sneak will also be reduced. So your sneak doesn't last as long, your stealth doesn't last as long, but you can use it more often. Common stealth enhancement 1. Sneak focus. Attacks received while in stealth no longer remove the stealth state. Okay. Ambush. While in stealth cannot be detected and will not make any sound if not moving. I don't know what it means by cannot be detected though. So there's like there's different things. Some of the other classes, like the sonar arrow from the Black Arrow class, the Eye of Insight, I think it's called, from the Sorcerer. They have ways of like scanning and detecting other enemies. So I guess this means you can't get hit by that. So that'd be a nice counter to that. Shadow Stride, increased movement speed while in stealth, seems pretty good. Stealth enhancement 2. Tactical Concealment. Gain a brief stealth state when triggering double hit escape. Wait, what is double hit escape? When damaged twice in a short time by impact, use the dodge key to perform a double hit escape. Can be executed during stagger and doesn't cost energy. Interesting. Interesting. I haven't experienced that yet, so I don't really know what that is. Hunt. When actively exiting stealth state, increases defense penetration for a short time. Okay, so when you're coming out of stealth, you're going to do more damage through their armor. So that's handy. Sleight of hand. While in stealth, interactions won't break stealth, but the interaction speed will be slower. So you can open like doors and stuff like that. Just a little bit slower, but you'll stay stealth. All right. Oops. Oh my god, they have 3 pages. Holy crap. Combat Euphoria. After hitting an enemy, increases movement speed for a short period of time. Seems decent. First Strike increases movement speed when moving towards an enemy within 10 meters. So that's kind of nice too. It seems really good for chasing. Stance Recovery. When light strikes hit an enemy player, reduce the remaining cooldown of all skills for the currently equipped weapon. That was something I noticed too, with the different weapons. So you got the dagger and the dual swords, right? If you use one of your cooldowns on your dagger, let's say it's a 9-second cooldown, you use it and immediately switch to your daggers, those 9 seconds freeze on those daggers until you switch back. So yeah, you got to keep that in mind, that you have to have that weapon out for the cooldown to come down. So yeah, it will pause those cooldowns. So that's kind of nice. You can reduce cooldowns for the weapon you have equipped with that. This is one I actually took. The 1 point I did put into this so far was Battle Frenzy, which is after hitting an enemy, increases physical damage for a period of time, stacking up to 5 times. This was really nice with Crowstorm, because each hit of Crowstorm triggers one of those stacks, right? So if it hits 5 times, it hits a lot more than 5 times. But after the first 5 hits of Crowstorm, it actually gives you that attack buff and will make your Crowstorm do a little bit more damage too. It's not like super significant because this thing doesn't hit very hard to begin with, but still an easy way to activate your Battle Frenzy. Wound buildup. When hitting enemies with light strikes, stack wounds on them. Using heavy strikes or skills will detonate the wounds, dealing additional physical damage based on the number of wound stacks. The injury lasts for a period of time and can stack up to 3 times. So for anybody that's played New World, it's very similar to what's it called, Flurry and Finish. Where you use your Tondo to put a bleed on, and then you can use Flurry and Finish to pop that bleed and do some extra damage. So that's kind of cool. I'd have to do a little bit more testing and see how that actually works, but cool idea. Depletion. After Poison Crow Mark hits, enemies cannot automatically recover energy for a short period. So your dagger throw, this one right here, yeah. So this saps their energy a little bit, but now it also means they can't regenerate for a little bit. Where was it? Yeah. So they can't start recovering for a little bit. Sneak Prep. After Poison Crowmark hits, greatly reduce the remaining cooldown of Sneak. Seems pretty good. Again, I don't know what greatly means, but yeah. Sensory Poison. After Poison Crowmark hits, it impairs their vision and hearing for a period of time, but significantly increases the skill's base cooldown time. So you can kind of mess up their senses, which seems kind of cool. Dagger Smoke Bomb enhancements. Thick smoke with the smoke bomb within the smoke bomb area. Interactions between allies and enemies is prohibited. Wait, what? Within the smoke bomb area, interaction between allies and enemies. Does that mean nobody can fight in there? I'm not really sure what that means. like I don't know what they consider an interaction. Like when I think of interaction, there's an interact button to open doors and loot bodies and stuff like that. So I don't know if that means like you just can't damage each other or what. I don't know. Seems weird. Precision throw. Smoke bomb can now be thrown to a target area. Was it not a targetable thing before? Oh, at your feet. Okay, now you can throw it to a specific area, which I guess would, oops, shit. I need to take that. Nice thing is you can refund skill points for free at any time. So that's kind of nice. So yeah, kind of would go nice with this, I guess. If you need to protect your allies or something, I guess you could throw the smoke bomb at that area. And again, we don't know what interact between allies and enemies is just yet, but could be pretty useful to try and if your teammate's getting beat up, you can throw the smoke bomb on there and let them get out. Dagger flash stride enhancement. Flash stride can be held to perform 2-stage charging. However, damage multiplier and dash distance are reduced when not charged. First charge slightly increases damage multiplier and dash distance. Second charge increases damage multiplier and dash distance. Okay. That was not that. This thing. Your dagger. So you can stage it. 2 stages. Slightly increases damage and dash distance. Yeah, so you can kind of just charge up and like fly across. Kind of cool. Flash stride prep. When light strikes with a dagger equipped hit, reduce the remaining cooldown of flash stride. Okay, so when you're just basic attacking, you can reduce the cooldown on your flash stride. Ankle cut. After shadow wheel slash hits an enemy, reduce their movement speed for a period of time. Shadow wheel slash no longer has follow-up why can't I words right now? Derivation. Why can't I say it? I don't know if that's an actual. Is that an actual? I'm thinking of derivatives. Is that a lost in translation thing? Why is that such a hard word to say? I need to look real quick. I guess it is a word. Derivations. The obtaining or developing of something from a source or origin. The correct term is derivatives, as it refers to a financial product that derives its value from another asset. Is derivations and derivatives the same thing? Doesn't answer my question. Anyway, I have never ever heard that word used before. I've always heard derivatives. Anyway, I'm gonna call it derivatives. No, I guess it is derivations. That's a weird word. I don't know. Okay, back. We'll start over. Shadow wheel slash no longer has follow-up derivations, but its damage multiplier is increased as well as its base cooldown. Okay, you don't have to worry about all those other things. You just make it a one attack. Leverage. After each cast of Shadow Wheel Slash, the next derived light strike deals increased physical damage. Okay. So yeah, I guess you got, again, all or nothing. So you make it just one attack, or yeah, I guess you can use it, left click, use it again, left click, kind of combo it that way. Okay. Dual Blades Heavy Strike Enhancement. Heavy Strike Mastery. Reduce the base energy cost of performing Pursuit Strike. Which one was that? Oh, there it is. That's your right click. Okay. Reduce the energy cost of it. Okay. Deep Charge. Flurry Strike unlocks 2-stage charging. Second charge increases damage multiplier and dash distance. Okay. Posture Adjustment. After a heavy strike from the air, its recovery can be canceled earlier. Okay. Bloody Blade Dance Enhancement. Bloodthirst Frenzy. After hitting an enemy with Blood Blade Dance, increase physical damage for a period of time, stacking up to 4 times. Okay. The Blood Blade Dance, which is... the heck was that? I think it was one of these. Yeah. So that was that flurry of attacks. So every time you hit, you get increased physical damage up to 4 times. So the first 4 hits, you do a bunch of extra, or you build up those stacks, and then everything after is doing increased damage. Okay. Reflection. During Bloody Blade Dance, enemy projectiles can be deflected. Now, I don't know what it means by can be deflected. Like, is there a chance they don't get deflected? Or do you have to do something specific? Or is it just like while you're doing it, you're automatically just deflecting anything that comes in? That I'm not sure. Opportune Dodge. During Bloody Blade Dance, 1 dodge can be performed without consuming energy, and the unfinished Bloody Blade Dance can continue after dodging. So I was saying it did feel like it was like super short range and it didn't have any forward momentum. So being able to dodge while doing it to kind of push yourself forward a bit could be nice. Lightweight. When performing light strikes, heavy strikes, and casting skills with dual blades equipped, 1 dodge can be performed. The dodge still costs energy, but allows for earlier recovery cancellation. Okay. Spinning Slash enhancements. Gain super armor for a short time when casting Spinning Slash. Immune to stagger effects caused by impact, but not immune to control effects. Okay. After effect. Upon casting Spinning Slash, increase physical damage for a period of time. Crowstorm enhancement. Enemies directly hit by the flying crows of Crowstorm have their movement speed reduced for a period of time. Increase the flying speed and maximum flying distance of the crows in Crowstorm, increasing the effective range of the Feather Storm. Phantom Shift enhancement. Teleport Blessing. After casting Phantom Shift, gains super armor while increasing physical resistance and magic resistance for a period of time. Free movement. After casting Phantom Shift, casting it again will return to the location of the first Phantom Shift cast. That's actually kind of cool. So you can like Phantom Shift in, get a bunch of hits in, and then cast it again to teleport back and get out again. I don't know if there's like a time restriction on that. Like you have to do it within the first 5 seconds of casting it the first time, you know? Or if you can just do it anytime. Could be interesting though. We got Blood Shadow Thrust enhancements. Increases the maximum charges of Blood Shadow Thrust. Is that the one we already have 3 of? I believe so, yeah. So again, it doesn't really say how many more you get. It's probably only like 1. But yeah, doesn't really say. Inspire, recovery energy when blood shadow thrust hits an enemy player. Energy recovery is always good, so you can keep the attack going. But yeah, that's basically it for the Shadowstrix. Was kind of the most appealing character when I first started, but in the actual game, I wasn't like super impressed by it. It didn't feel, again, like my range was so short, and there was a lot of stuff that was like out of range, and my range attack, the crows, just didn't really, they're hitting for like 7 at a time. It just didn't feel like I could output that much damage, which without putting myself at a ton of risk by like getting in there. But again, there could be elements of me having my controls not being able to be what I need them to be. And I'm just fat fingering and it just feels awkward. Could be elements of that. And then obviously learning the game and stuff like that as well. But I'm going to try and level all these classes and try and get them to max so I can see all these different things. But yeah, again, just wanted to do a quick little video and get some kind of give you guys a bit of an idea of what you're getting into with each class. So again, once you actually do get the chance to play, when you get invited, or later on down the road, you have an idea of what you want to play, and you can kind of just jump right in, and you don't really have to do all this and experiment. You can just get right into playing. So there you go. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it gives you good insight as to what the Shadowstrix is going to offer you. But yeah, I'm going to get on to the next one here. And then maybe actually play if it's not too late. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next